class, great. Now you had a little time to answer questions in your small group. So we're going to pull everybody back together, go over a couple of the questions I put here on our whiteboard. So first question we talked about is, what will you do after class? Now remember, with will, sometimes you're not totally sure. You can use maybe with that. So for example, let me wait to give you an example. I'll ask Faye first. Faye, what will you do after class?
I will pack my stuff and go for a walk.
Okay, great. So she will pack up her stuff, maybe put your stuff back in your bag, and you will go for a walk. Where do you think you will go for a walk?
In the park.
Okay, great. Now, class, she could even use maybe. Maybe I will go for a walk in the park. Maybe I will go for a walk in the mall. So there could be some choices here, a couple of options. Okay, great. Now we have the second question. What will you do this weekend? Oh, I hear sounds like somebody's going to a party this weekend. Hey, have a good time. Perfect. How about you, Faye? What will you do this weekend?
I will go to a party this weekend to a friend's house.
Friend's house, that's great. What kind of party?
It's an Asian party.
An Asian party? Wow. What kind of, will there be some really good food there?
Oh, yes. Some kind of adobo chicken.
Chicken adobo.
Lumpia and pancit.
Ooh, sounds like some very good Filipino food. Wow. Hopefully I can have some of that kind of food too. Okay, class. Now we also talked about one a little closer in time. What are you going to eat for dinner? Any plans for dinner? Ooh, pizza. Yeah, it is Friday. It's good to have some pizza at the end of the week. That's some of my favorite, especially cheese pizza. How about you, Faye? What are you going to eat for dinner?
I will cook stir-fried chicken with some vegetables plus rice.
Okay, so that sounds pretty definite. So Faye is going to cook stir-fried chicken with vegetables for dinner. That sounds really healthy. But I tell you, I still like the sound of pizza there in the back. Okay, class, great job. So using will and going to. So talk a little bit about the future. We'll practice that a little more. Now, you also work in your small groups on what are called modals of necessity. Okay, so we touched on two, should and need to. Now, you're all in English class. What should you do in English class? Faye, what do you think? What should you do in English class?
I will learn English.
Okay, that's true. Great job. You're talking about the future tense, but remember here, what should you do? Do we remember what should means?
I should.
So example, remember class, I am an English teacher. I should teach English. Now, Faye, should I speak French in an English class?
No.
No, why not?
Because you have to teach only English.
That's right. I should teach only English because I'm an English teacher and, well, my French is terrible, really not even there at all. So, of course, I'm an English teacher. I should speak English. Now, what about the students? You're right. The students should listen to the teacher. What do you think, Faye? What should the students do in the English class? Should the students speak English?
Yes.
Okay.
The students should speak English.
Okay. Now, what are some things you should not do in class?
Don't sleep.
Exactly. You should not sleep in English class. And
you
if you
have to listen to the teacher.
Exactly. Another great modal of necessity, Faye. Great job. You have to listen to the teacher. Okay. Well, maybe if the teacher is not saying something that makes sense, you don't have to listen to the teacher. But if the teacher is making sense, you should listen to the teacher. Okay, now last one we touched on for our little warm-up here today is, what do you need to bring with you to a foreign country?
I will bring a passport or identification.
Great. Now, Faye, you're talking a little bit more. Great job at the beginning part. What will you bring?
I should bring passport.
You should bring your passport, right? Exactly. Now, class, unfortunately now there is a global pandemic, the coronavirus. So you probably need to bring something else when you travel. Any thoughts? You're right. What do you think, Faye? If you're going, right, maybe, yes, probably pretty important. If you've had the vaccine, you should bring your vaccine card. Oh, but what if you have not had the vaccine? What should you bring? You're right. You probably want to bring the result of your test, your swab test to show you don't have the coronavirus. Okay, class, very good job. So we'll keep talking about will and going to, should, need to, and there are more modals of necessity we'll talk about. So great job. We'll get moving forward.